Hi, in this video, I'll discuss about how we can export Excel data into SQL Server table. So this activity I will split into three parts. First, I will create a connection string. Second part, I will read the data from Excel. And third part, I will update Excel data into SQL Server. Okay. So these three parts I will do step by step. Okay. So let's see, I'm moving on Excel. So this is my Excel file. So before writing any VBA code, you have to create a table in SQL Server. So you have to decide which data you need to export into SQL table. So I'm just creating one table within a training database. I'm going to create one table. So here I'm writing create table. This is a SQL command to create a table. Create table, table name. So here I'm writing the table name, employee test. Okay. And here I will take bracket start, bracket close, and I will take only three things: name, and I will take the data type as a worker. Here I'm taking maximum limit of worker, comma. Then I will take here department. Then I will take here department should be worker again, and I will take here max, comma. Then you have to take here salary. Here I'm taking salary, and I will take here big int. Big int is a data type which is used to store big numbers. Now I'm running this command. Press F5. This table is already available. So what you have to do, you need to drop this that table. So drop table employee and test. Okay, run it. Not cannot drop the demo because it does not exist. Employee test. Sorry, here I need to write employee test. Run it. It's deleted. Now again I'm creating this table with three columns. Press F5. Now name, department, and salary column available into employee test table. So in this table, I want to pick data from Excel file. So how we can do it? So as of now, I don't have any data. So here what I have to do, here I want to show you table structure from employee test. Run it. So these three columns you have into employee test table. So if you want to enter any data into this employee test table, you need to write down this command. In SQL, you can write down this command. Same command I will write into VBA. Okay, so insert into table name is employee test, and you have to mention the column name. So here I'm taking name, comma, department, comma, salary. Okay, and this three columns data you have to enter into this table. So you need to write here values. Then you have to mention the name. So here I want to take name as a any. Okay, any. Then I will take here department should be analytics, and salary should be 56,000. Okay, run this command. You can see here one row affected means one row inserted into this table. If you want to check, you have to press F5 to check the data. So same command, same insert command I will put down into our VBA code. So that's why I have covered here insert statement to make you familiar about the insert statement. Now I will do the macro to insert bulk data into this table. Bulk data means 50 records I will enter into this table. Okay, so let's see which data you need to enter. So here I'm taking, I just copy the data. So Here I'm taking, I need to pick name, department, and salary. These three columns are just copied into this Excel file. Okay, done. Now I just close this file. I have closed this file. Okay. Now, so this three columns data you have to insert into SQL table. From this Excel file, you have to export into SQL Server table. Okay. So let's see how we can do it. So I'm just starting code. So you need to write here sub connect SQL to export data. Okay. Now you have to write down two variables, dim cn as ADODB.connection. ADODB.connection. So I have already told you, you have to set up a library, Microsoft ActiveX data object. So you have to set this library. You have to check it, it's set up or not. Okay. If this library is not set up, then you have to set up it. Okay. Now you have to take another variable dim rs as record ADODB.recordset. ADODB.recordset. Set. Okay. Set cn equal to new ADODB.connection. Okay. Set rs equal to new ADODB.recordset. Okay. So these four lines I have written, two lines for variable declaration. These two variables is a object variable. Cn and rs is a name of the object variable. And I have to create object cn and rs. So you need to write here set cn set rs. Then you have to take here new ADODB.connection, new ADODB.recordset. Now these two variables will work just like object. Okay. Now what you have to do, you need to set up a connection. So you need to write a cn dot connection string. Okay. Equal to, you have to pass here four parameter. Your first parameter is provider. Provider equal to, you have to take here SQL OLEDB. OLEDB. This is a first parameter of connection string. So here you need to take semicolon. Second parameter is data source. So you need to type here data source. Okay. Then equal to, you have to type here server name. My server name is local. So if you want to check my SQL server, I connect with local server. So see here SQL server. Now this is a local server name and I will connect Windows authentication. Okay. So I just close it. Now here I'm taking server name local. Okay. So local need to take into bracket. Okay. Local. Now third parameter you have to take uh, integrated. Sorry. Uh, Here I need to take. I forgot that third parameter, initial catalog. Okay. So initial catalog. Okay. Now initial catalog, you have to take database name. So you have to take here in equal to training. Training is a database name. Okay. Fourth parameter, you have to take integrated security. So you need to write here integrated security. And you have to take here equal to, and then you have to take SSPI. SSPI means here support security provider interface. This is a SSPI stands for Support Security Provider Interface. Why I'm putting here? Because I need to connect SQL Server through the Windows authentication. Okay, that's why you need to write here. Enter. Now, what I have to do? Here, I need to open this connection. So you need to write here cn dot open. Okay. After that, you have to check the connection after running the code. So I'm pressing F5. You have to put your pointer within the macro, then you have to press F5. So if any error will be in this code, then you will get an error with alert. Now it's working fine. My connection is opened. Now you have to read this Excel data. So my data is in sheet 3. So you have to activate the sheet 3. Sheets. So you have to take here sheet 3 dot select. So I have already done first part. This is a first part to open the connection. Now second part, I need to read this data. Okay, so how we can read the data? So you will have to write here sheet activation code, and then you need to declare 3 variables. My variable name will be name, department, and salary. Okay, so here I will write dim name, e name I'm taking as a variable, e name as string. So I'm taking here string, and department I'm taking. So here I'm taking e department, and I will take another variable which will be integer data type. Okay, so you need to take here dim. Here I will take salary. So I'm putting here is salary as a variable name as, and you have to type here long data type. Long data type means limitation of integer data type is 32,000 something, but here you can see 39,000. So you will get an error if you do not take here long data type. So that's why I'm taking here long data type instead of integer. Okay, now I need to read this X data. So you have to write here one variable dim rng as range, and here you need to write for each RNG in range. Which range data you have to take? I need to take data from A to C50. Okay. So first I will read A column data. So I'm taking here A to A50. Okay. Now you have to close the for each. So you need to write here next. And here I need to take this data into this variable. I have to store the name into this variable. So you need to write here e name, variable name, and then you have to write here rng dot value. Okay. Second variable you have to take e department. So you need to type here department e department equal to rng dot offset 0, 1 column movement. Okay, dot value. So what is the meaning of this 0, 1? So this 0, 1 means RNG is my A column. Here you can see here A2 value, A3 value you are getting into RNG. From RNG you have to move on one column. So here I have written 0, 1. Okay. I have done offset one column. Okay. Now you have to take salary. For salary you have to do two offsets. So you need to write here E salary equal to, you need to take here RNG dot offset 0, 2. Okay, dot value. Okay, now I have read this data into our variable. Okay, now you want to check, you can see here I'm just running this code. Now running it. So first data Amar production, and this salary is stored into this variable. You can see here e name you are getting Amar, e production you are getting production department, in e salary you are getting 21214. Okay, now it will read second data. So you can see here second data is Anil quality and 902. 9042. Anil, quality, and 9042. Okay, so in this way I'm just reading data into our variable. So as of now my data is there, department quality, salary is this one. Okay, so in this way I'm storing data into VBA variable. Okay, so now what you have to do, I need to write here insert statement. Okay, so insert statement, if you want to write down insert statement, first you need to take query. So here I'm taking one variable, SQL query. So here I'm writing SQL query, SQL query, and I want to store this insert statement into SQL query. This variable I will store the insert statement. So let's see, here I'm writing SQL query equal to, you need to type here insert into, table name is employee test. Same table name I have created into SQL. So I have taken employee test. 3 columns I have taken: name, comma, department, comma. Then you have to take here salary. 3 columns I have taken. Then you have to take here values, bracket start, and you have to close inverted comma. After that, you have to take here, after taking value, inverted comma, you have to take values, then you have to take here inverted comma, ampersand, sorry, single quote, double quote, ampersand. Okay, why I'm taking here single quote? If you want to enter any text data into SQL table, you have to take, suppose I need to store RAM, so you have to take in this way. RAM need to take in single quote, okay, in SQL. Okay, so here I have taken single quote. Double quote, you have to merge the this value into this column. Okay, so you need to type here e name. So I'm taking here e name, variable name. Okay, name. Now you have to close the ampersand. This ampersand need to close first, then you have to close here inverted comma, then you have to take single quote. Okay, so single quote closed last, double quote closed here, and ampersand you have closed here. Okay, now here I'm taking second option is department. Same thing you have to write for department, single quote, double quote, and you need to type here ampersand after taking space. So make sure whenever you are writing this single quote, double quote, you have to take space. Okay, after single quote, double quote, you have to take a space, and here you need to take again a space. Then you have to take the variable name. No need to keep it together. Okay, now again I have taken single quote, double quote, and ampersand. To closing of this single quote, double quote, ampersand, I have written closing here. Okay, now taken comma, then I need to take same thing for department. I'm taking a space, e department, e department, and here you need to close ampersand, then here you need to take space, single quote, double quote, and single quote. Okay, now comma here, third column is last column, so I'm taking here salary, so you need to take here single quote, double quote, space, ampersand, then you have to take e salary, then you have to take a space, ampersand, double quote, single quote. Okay, bracket closed. Okay, now enter. So see here, I have taken the query. So this query, whatever query I'm creating, I will store into this SQL query variable. Okay, so what you have to do it? So you need to take here, this closing is for this starting single quote. Okay, Now let me check my query is working fine or not. Okay. So let's see. I'm just running this code. I'm just taking here breakpoint. This is a breakpoint. Okay. If I'm pressing F5 on this place, your query, your code execution will stop. Not stop. It will stop here for temporarily basis. Now, as of now, this is a blank. Now, you need to write here debug dot print and you need to write here SQL QRY. So what will be use of debug.print SQL? So whatever value I will get into this SQL query variable, same value I will print into immediate window. So I'm just opening the immediate window. So see here, now after running this, you can see here, this is my value. If this value is perfectly fine, you have to check this SQL command into SQL. So you have to open the SQL and now I will check this command. Whatever query is generated by VBA, same query I will check into SQL. So here I'm just opening that training. Okay. Now I paste that query. So now after running this command, Amar will be entered into this. So see here, invalid object name employee test. So why it's invalid? Because here I need to activate the training database. Okay, so I have not activated. So see here, I'm not able to activate. So what you have to do? You have to write down the command to activate the database. So use training. I'm running it now. It's working fine. So see here, training database is activated. Run it. So see here, one row affected. My query is perfectly fine here. Now you need to pick the data into that table. As of now, Amar is inserted into employee test table. So let's see. If you want to view, select a star from employee test. Okay, run it. So here, Amar production available here. Now, if again I will insert the data from Excel file, Amar will be repeated in your table. Okay, because through this macro, I will insert the data into employee test table, and I have already done manually same thing. Okay, insert a statement I have executed here. So you have already got Amar data into this table. Okay, now I'm just closing this SQL server and running this command. I need to write one more lines. So here I'm just removing it. Okay, now you need to write here cn dot execute. Okay, connection dot execute. So, and here you need to write SQL QRY. Okay. So let me check it's working fine or not. Press F5. So see here, I'm just writing one more line. After completing the task, you have to take message. MSG box data exported into SQL. Okay, this message I will get after completing the task. Now press F8, run it. I need to write cn.execute. Let me check I have written same or not. Yes, yes, equal to you need to write. Okay, SQL connection, then you need to write execute equal to. Okay, let me check. Press F5. I want to check is working fine. So let me check this query is working or not. Okay, so let me check SQL server table. The data is available there or not. SQL just, and I'm checking same data available into this table or not. So My table name is, first you need to write here use training. I have activated the training database. Now you need to write here select star from employee test. Run it. Yeah, data is available. Okay. So you have to write down this command to execute. It's not mandatory. You have to put here equal to. Okay. So this is a way to export Excel data into this SQL table. So you can see here Amar is duplicate because this data I have taken manually, and from this data I have taken through the VBA code. Okay. So this is a way to export data into SQL Server. Thank you so much for this video. This is a very important part of VBA. Less person is aware about these types of connection if you have beginner knowledge. So you have to make your knowledge on advanced level. Okay. Thank you so much.